Hi guys!
Hi guys, and welcome to Sisters in the City with me, Anna Vakili.
And me, Mandy Vakili, and Happy New Year, guys. Sisters in the City 2023.
It's 2023, but it's actually 2022 right now.
Yeah, we're recording this beforehand.
Yeah, at the present moment it's 2022. But yeah, it was really exciting. I love a new year. I've never wanted a year to be over as much as 2022.
Yeah, it's been the worst year, ever.
For me, I'm such a Monday person, a New Year person. It's always, for me, a time to start fresh.
Yeah,
whereas a lot of people are like, what's the difference between Monday and Sunday? Every day's the same.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I've never really been that much of a New Year's resolution kind of person before. But this year I am. I'm literally feel like I'm going to be reborn in 2023. And there's going to be a new Mandy. You don't know me anymore, okay?
The thing is, I have always been a New Year's resolution, but I've just never had a resolution that I've stuck to, and it really upsets me.
That's because I feel like the resolutions we've always made have always been typical ones. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
But save it, because guys, I asked you guys to send in your New Year's resolutions. I wrote down mine, Mandy's wrote down hers, and we're going to go through them. But before we do, I just want to wish everyone, I don't wish, it's happened already. I hope everyone had a very Merry Christmas, whether it was alone or with family or friends. I hope you had a great time, eating loads of food, watching movies.
I saw this girl's reel on my Instagram, and she was alone on Christmas, and she vlogged it. And she was it was so nice, even though she lived alone. I don't know why she's alone. Maybe she's studying abroad here, I don't know. But she was decorating her tree, dancing around the living room, listening to Christmas music with a red glass of wine. And it just made me think, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, even if you're alone, as long as you make the most of it, you are your own best friend at the end of the day.
That's true. We're born alone and we die alone.
So yeah, I hope you all had a good Christmas. Mine didn't turn out how I expected.
Oh my God, we have a story. So first, before we go on to the New Year's, we're going to quickly tell you about what happened for us for Christmas this year. Christmas Eve, I was with my boyfriend. We were watching Home Alone, hot chocolates with marshmallows kind of vibe, Christmas pajamas, chilling. And then, Mandy, go and tell me what...
So Christmas is my favorite time of the year. I was so excited for it. Literally counting down days. You should have seen my tree and the presents around it. It looked like something out of a movie. And then it turned to shit. Absolute shit, yeah? I probably had one of the worst Christmases. But it's weird because I was really happy on the day because I was focusing on friends and family. But my ginger beard completely ruined it for me. So it was Christmas Eve. And on Christmas Eve, I'll tell you the story. I want to cut it quite short. I woke up in the morning and it's me and him went to get grocery shopping for my Christmas dinner. And his friend came with us, which, I like his friend and everything. I don't mind it. But, I'm always constantly around his friends.
They're never alone. They're never alone. It's always her, Gingerbeard, and either one of his friends or 5 of them.
I might as well be fucking all of them. I'm literally with all of them. I'm in a relationship with all of them. I see them equally as much. And it's Christmas Eve, yo. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we go and then he's got Christmas lunch planned with his boys. Yeah? And sorry, but it's Christmas Eve. You're going to leave your girlfriend at home alone to go and have Christmas lunch with your boys. Can you do that? Everyone does Christmas dinners, work dinners, parties, whatever. You don't do that on Christmas Eve.
I had my Christmas dinner with my girls, which you missed, 2 weeks before. So the thing is, with Gingerbeard, it would have been okay if he had Christmas lunch with his boys, as long as he was with you in the evening.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get you. Yeah, you're right. But still, okay, we've done the Christmas shopping for my Christmas dinner for my family. He took me because he drives. Come back and he's like, okay, well, bye. Left me starving and went and had this Christmas lunch with his boys. Not only that, I said, look, I'm really unhappy about you doing this. I think it's rude. You're leaving me at home alone on Christmas Eve to go and have a romantic lunch with your boys, and then he smashed my phone. Well, it's his phone because he gave it to me, so it's still mine because he gave it to me. Smashed my phone, so I had no phone. I couldn't get a Deliveroo, nothing.
She couldn't get any food.
I had a ham sandwich on Christmas Eve. That's what I had, yeah? And then he went for his Christmas lunch, came back, said, I'm really sorry, I feel really bad. You're right, I shouldn't have planned Christmas lunch with my boys and just left you at home alone. And it's meant to be a special day, right? You're either with family or you're with your partner and your friends, not just...
Yeah. Just your friends.
I should be prioritized on that day. I'm the closest person to you after your family, I hope.
Yeah.
And Then he came back from his lunch and said, I feel really bad, blah, blah. Now I'm going to the pub with my friends. You're invited, by the way, Mandy. You're invited.
To come with me and a bunch of boys to the pub.
So why am I invited? Like, you've already made your plan with your boys and I'm invited. Oh, what a privilege. Really, your plan should be with me in the first place, right? It should consist of what are we doing on Christmas Eve, right?
Yeah, but to be fair, Mandy was still like, okay. She was upset. She was really upset, but she was okay. She was at home and I was at home. We were messaging each other.
Yeah, and obviously I had said, look, my cousin's coming over to stay the night because she had no choice. She had no way of getting to me on Christmas Day. So she came to sleep after work at like 8, 9 o'clock to sleep and then just be with me on Christmas Day with my family. So he made the excuse of like, your cousin's coming, whereas it doesn't even make sense because I'm constantly surrounded by like 20 man.
Yeah.
So what, my cousin's coming, so you have to ditch me and leave me. You could stay at home with me and my cousin or bring your friends round and stay at home with me, my cousin and your friends. Like,
yeah.
You know? But just think, okay, it's not important to be with Mandy at all. Like,
and
anyway, he left me all night as well until 1 o'clock in the morning.
At 1 a.m, I get a message from Mandy saying, Anna, I'm really sorry, I don't want to ruin your Christmas, but I'm going to come over. Is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Like, come over. I'll get the guest room ready for you. And she rolls up in her little Christmas onesie. It was really sad. She came in her Christmas onesie at like 1:30 in the morning.
No, honestly, I'm pretty upset. I'm going to cry.
She was like crying her eyes out. And then obviously my cow's lick made her a little hot chocolate. Don't cry. Why are you crying? What's wrong? It was really horrible, like, because we tried to put our movie on for her. We gave her some food, tried to cheer her up, but she was really upset. And I honestly went to sleep on Christmas Eve, hearing my sister cry next door. And it might not seem like a big deal to some, like, my boyfriend probably wouldn't really, he was like, I get it. I get her point. Like, it was wrong what he did.
It wouldn't be a big deal as well if it was just like this one singular, like, incident event. But because I'm dealing with this, like, on, like, an every week basis, like, it was just the icing on the cake that was already made. Yeah. It was like breaking point.
So I went to sleep on Christmas Eve listening to my sister cry next door.
And I think I cried from like 1 to like 5 o'clock in the morning. No, from like 12 to 5. I left my cousin at my place in the guest room and went to Anna's.
And imagine she had to wake up on Christmas Day, not even in her own house. Like, that's the whole point of Christmas Day. You wake up in your house, you go to your tree.
Yeah, you walk up the stairs, you go to your tree.
You know?
And he's like, it's your fault. You left. Like, you ruined your own Christmas.
Yeah, but he rolled in home at 1:30 in the morning.
After leaving me alone the whole day and night. Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I left, but I didn't ruin my own Christmas because you pushed me to that point. Your behaviour led me to feel like I have to leave and go to my sister's to feel like that was the only place I would feel a bit safe. And it was really nice. Like, Anna and Kowzik made me a hot chocolate. We watched a movie. And anyway, of the whole of Christmas, like, my mum walked through the door and she was like, what's happened to your eyes? They were so swollen. Why are you so upset?
Anyway, it wasn't nice. But anyway, in the morning, I woke her up. I was like, Mandy, it's Christmas. Like, you need to go back home because my cousin's going to wake up in that house. And she's
I went back there, biggest, like, turned into a massive fight.
I heard. To be fair, my Christmas morning, I don't want to don't want to be mean, but my Christmas morning was really nice. Like, I woke up. This is how it should be. I put Christmas music on. I got my Christmas pajamas on. I went and woke Cowslick up, and he actually woke up because he doesn't want to mess with me and he's scared of me. So he woke up. I made a big breakfast spread. We opened up our presents.
That's exactly how it should have been.
That's how it should be.
And that's how I imagined it as well. But I feel like the kinder I am, the more lenient I am, the more understanding I am, the more I'm taken advantage of, and the more I'm exploited.
Men are like that. The more nicer you are, it's like they just take the piss.
I just feel like I'm never, ever, like, prioritized. I feel like it's going to be my birthday and he's going to be like, I'm going out with my boys, you're invited. I feel like it's going to be my honeymoon and they're going to be with me.
It's crazy.
Like, and I like his friends. I get along really, really well with them. Like, I really like them. But sometimes, I honestly have a diary where I journal my relationship. And I think it's really good to do that so you don't feel like you're going crazy. You know what I mean? You actually can journal your feelings and what's going on in your everyday life. And in my journal, in the last 2 weeks, I think I've been alone in the house in the evening with Gingerbread once.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
like
crazy. That's not good at all. Well, Christmas, Anyway, she went home first and then I joined her later. And it was the first Christmas ever that we actually had a Christmas dinner. Like me and Mandy have never had a Christmas dinner on Christmas. We've always had Persian food.
Yeah, and my mom's always slaved away the whole day in the kitchen and made amazing Persian food.
Yeah, and we've always really liked it. But you know what? We were born here. We've always been brought up around like seeing people have like this roast thing. And I was like, you know what?
I had my first roast, like 3 years ago, and I hated it,
Yeah, I remember.
But then obviously when I started going out with Ginger Beard, I started having roast more often because their sister made it, and then like we went to that family
really new
friends
to
dinner.
it, basically.
Yeah, but then I started falling in love with it. Basically, it's about who makes it.
Yeah.
It's about who makes it.
But guys, imagine this. So we thought, me, Mandy and my cousin was like, you know what? This year, Mandy's going to host it at her house and we're going to make a roast.
It's so
Not
funny.
only is it our first roast on Christmas Day that we've had, but it's also the first time we've made it.
No, it's so funny, because like imagine like, this massive fight. He was like, "Well, if you're breaking up with me, like, why is your family coming here for Christmas?" I was like, "Well, fuck off, just get out, go to your family's house." And we ended up having some really good Christmas there.
Oh my God. So I went Sainsbury's and Mandy went Marks and we got loads of little bits for like the turkey, the peas and everything, all the little bits and bobs. And I'm not joking, we made a big mistake.
Why?
I think a little bit of my Christmas, even though Christmas was nice, a little bit of it was ruined for me personally, because we spent the whole day in the kitchen. The whole day was in the kitchen.
There was zero prepping from the day before, zero.
So now I know.
But I'm not gonna lie, like we really treated my mom for the first time because she could just relax and enjoy her Christmas.
Yeah, but
and that was my favourite part.
I don't think my mom and auntie, cousin, I don't think they rate
She didn't.
roasts and stuff. You know, Iranians are so used to like Iranian food. It's so rich.
They even brought some Iranian food she made on Christmas
Yeah.
Eve. That was so funny.
I can tell by the way she was eating the roast. And it was a banging roast,
That roast, I had it Christmas Day, then I had it Christmas at night, then I had it on Boxing Day.
It was so good, but I could just tell on my mum's face, my auntie, she's just come from Iran. Like, she's never even seen food like this. She was looking at the pigs in blanket and like
what the fuck is this?
The Yorkshire pudding's like, what is this? But hey, we really enjoyed it. But the thing is, like I said, next year, what I'm going to do...
Prep.
Do everything the day before.
And someone needs to master these potatoes because like the potatoes just weren't crispy on the outside. That was the only thing that failed, I think.
Don't you think by the time we finished all the cooking and the cleaning, we were so dead. We didn't end up playing Monopoly. We didn't end up playing no games. We didn't even have the patience to watch a movie.
I didn't even do cooking. I was on cleaning duty, and boy, have I... Anna, you know how much I cleaned on Boxing Day? Oh, you don't even know.
God, I know. I saw the place when I left. But yeah, by the end of like the cooking and cleaning, Mandy was on the floor of the living room, on the floor, laying straight up. I was laying on the floor. It was just... In a way, we spent the whole of Christmas in the kitchen, but it was nice anyway.
It was fun though. We made the most of it.
We made the most of it, and
we can't really watch movies as well because obviously my aunt is like
from Iran and she doesn't speak English.
So you know what? That's very important though. I feel like, you know, for families, you know, that when you have a kids that speak the same first language as you, I think it's really important when building like a friendship with your kids. Like we've got a very good like relationship with our parents, but like. I want to be friends with my kids. I want to laugh at the same movies. I want to have the same sense of humor. I want to watch the same movies.
It's always difficult for people that have come, obviously, parents have come from different countries. It's never the same.
It's never the same.
I'm so jealous when I look around and I see people, like, for example, my boyfriend and his parents are like, they're so like friends. They can chat like me and you
have it
chat.
Exactly like someone, like if we had kids that were born, because they're still Greek.
Yeah, but their relationship.
But were they like born and raised here?
Yeah.
Their parents?
Yeah.
Oh, so then, they have that.
They have that. When I look at my boyfriend and his parents, they have such a like good friendship.
Yeah.
My mum's like a proper mum to me, I feel like.
She's the best mum ever, but obviously like...
With such different cultures.
Such different cultures,
I feel like me and you, we're not fully like Iranian and we're not fully English. We're just so lost.
A weird mix in between.
Like when it's Christmas, it's like we're having Persian food, but it's Christmas and we're celebrating Christmas. We're lost. We're like, what are we?
And we're multicultural. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but it's like when we go to Iran, you don't fully... Maybe, yeah, I think so. When we go to Iran, we don't feel like we're fully Iranian. And when we're here, growing up in school and stuff,
we're more British than Iranian. Because how do you feel more foreign here, or do you feel more foreign in Iran? Way more foreign in Iran.
No, same. For me, it's exactly the same. Growing up in school here...
Actually, you're right.
Growing up in school here was the worst. I felt so foreign. All my friends were Middle Eastern or Asian.
But look, for example, if you sat in a room with loads of like British English people, and then you sat in a room in Iran with like strangers, like I'm talking strangers, Iranian strangers, you'd really struggle to connect with those people.
Yeah, I get you.
Do you understand? You'd literally feel like an alien in that room.
But whereas British people...
Whereas if I was in a room with like 10 random English, British people, I would be able to talk to them, have a conversation, get into like common subjects. And
But that's because of language, maybe.
Language and just experience.
True. That is
we
very
have
true.
experienced life here, like media, news, like everything. And we haven't had any of that experience over there. We wouldn't know what to talk about.
Yes, that's very true. So anyway,
we talked a lot, innit?
Yeah, we just go
and
off
I can't believe I've
topic.
cried on this podcast. I feel really, really cringed out myself.
Nah, Mandy, I was waiting for one of us to cry on the podcast.
I had to be me. Great. You're the one who's meant to cry. You're the crier.
I'm the crier, remember? But
I think because it's so fresh still, innit?
yeah. But do you know what? I cried.
You're like, you really wanted one of us to cry on the podcast because you really want us to like express our real experience.
I just want the podcast to be so raw and real. For me, my dream is for us to come here on a random one when we're feeling some type of way and talk about it. This is
you
like
should have done that on your
This is like
Heartbreak.
the Big Brother room, but like the Sisters in the City room. That's how I want it to feel like. Because I don't know, I love the listeners, and sometimes when they comment things, it's jokes, they DM me what they think, and it's just
we
nice.
need to establish like some sort of portal where they can really like send us their little life stories. Like we need to get onto that. But anyway,
Mandy, talking about crying though, before we go on to New Year's, I spent the whole of yesterday crying, yeah?
What?
All of yesterday. I cried the whole day.
What was yesterday?
Yes.
I was with you yesterday.
No, you weren't. Yesterday was Boxing Day, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I cried the whole day. Do you know what it is, yeah? Like, I have decided, by the way, for like a while, for a bit, I'm going to take a break from social media, yeah? Not in terms... So the only time I'm going to go on social media is when I post my content or work content because I enjoy it.
It's the only thing that Andrew Tate basically said. He goes, I post my things and then I exit the app. He goes, I never scroll.
I enjoy it and it's my work as well. And I've always enjoyed it, even before Love Island. I like posting things. But like, I am going to take a break from scrolling on a feed. You know what? It's so damaging to your mental health, yeah? Because it's like, when I left Christmas, I was like, you know what? I had a lovely Christmas Eve. I had a lovely Christmas Day. When I started scrolling Christmas night on my Instagram, I suddenly felt like, oh my God, like, look at everyone's Christmas compared to mine. And I'm like comparing constantly, yeah? Like, you know, they're all glammed up in front of their Christmas tree in these dresses, or their Christmas houses look amazing. Everything's perfect.
Like, when did that start happening?
And like everyone's Christmas table looks amazing, and they have these couple photos, or everyone's pregnant, everyone's married, getting married, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm 32. I'm living with my boyfriend. I'm not in the house that I always dreamt of having. I'm not in the house that I always dreamt of having. I'm not where I want to be in my life. And, you know, like all my family's in Iran, very few family here.
Basically like one
we don't
person.
Have that,
one
like,
person, I know.
Yeah, we don't have that family thing that people have here. We don't have that. And then I just suddenly started feeling really... And then also I had eaten so much and I weighed myself and I was just so down about that. I constantly cried the whole day. My boyfriend was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? And then by the end of the night, I opened up to him. And he was really there for me. I feel like I don't give him sometimes so much like credit. And I know so many people comment and say, oh, Anna, dump him or he's not good. It's because I like vent on here so much. Yeah. But maybe I should talk about his
praise and
vent.
vent.
I should praise him as well for when he's good, because he was there for me so much yesterday and he made me feel better. And it's a fresh start today. I woke up early.
Good.
I got ready. I did my work and no more scrolling. So guys, if I don't comment on your pictures or on your Instagrams or whatever, it's not because I don't like you. It's just because I'm taking a break.
Hey, listen, I just want to say... that would make me really upset, like everything you said about your Boxing Day. But I have changed my algorithm on Instagram by what I like, what I comment on, what I save. My algorithm is way more positive and like enlightening. And things that come up on my feed are mainly like something came on my feed today, which was basically don't compare. It's natural to compare, but everyone has their own timeline. Some people find love in their 50s. Some people find their like passion in their 40s.
I totally agree with you,
There is no
Mandy.
timeline. And Instagram is a load of bollocks. Like, if you know anything about life, you know it's all fucking fake,
It's like all these things you're telling me, I know, but I just can't help but feel it when I'm looking at it and I'm scrolling down.
Yeah.
I can't help but compare.
I don't look. I don't look at these
every girl
things.
with the perfect body and every person with the perfect life.
Yeah,
you know,
and people
and I'm
look
like,
at you and sometimes feel like that. That's how you have to realise. People look at my story on Christmas Day. They didn't know the way I got fucked over on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, how I was crying for like 6-7 hours straight. They think, wow, look how lucky she is. It's not real.
To be fair, If you think about it, we're so lucky, and I feel so shallow when I say things like that, because there's people on Christmas Day that don't even have a home or a shelter. They're homeless. They don't have food. They're hungry. Like, I'm so lucky. So what is wrong? Like, am I that much of a shallow, horrible person?
No, but look, it's not
social
nice.
media.
Social media is all of people's best bits, yeah? It's not the real truth of what they're experiencing. So, you know, if you can, avoid looking at like all these typical influencers, you know, them rich and luxurious and glam, like just avoid it.
I'm avoiding scrolling.
I would
for a while until I feel better. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought I'd add that on there. But should we start our resolution?
I don't even know if we have any time left, Anna, anymore. Like, we've just literally been talking about Christmas all of this time.
We have loads of time.
Okay, well, let's try and do as much as we can on the New Year's resolutions, because I have wrote down mine and I'm really excited to share.
Yeah, let's turn it around and make it more positive, because so far...
Yeah, I've been really positive. I could tell you were really depressed yesterday.
How?
Because you messaged me like something. Like,
yeah.
Really like bringing life down, like bringing you dark cloud. I said, listen, I don't want to stress right now. I literally took Anna's advice, like not advice, but I took a leaf out of her book, because when I'm really, really down and like I kind of talk to her about it, if it's something that she relates to and she doesn't want to be depressed, she's like, whoa, back off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, because we kind of are upset about the same things.
Yeah, we have, most of our stresses are similar.
Right. So if I'm in a mood where I'm like, I'm going to be positive and I'm not going to think about my stresses, but you are, it's almost like my like shadow is talking to me, you know, like reminding me of the shit parts of my life.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, I could tell, but I'm feeling really positive and...
Me too. I woke up today with a fresh start.
Good.
Okay, so I'm going to start off with people's resolutions that were sent in. So someone said, buy a house this year.
That is very good. I mean, you're really reaching, but...
Yeah.
Like, it's a big resolution.
Yeah, if you haven't started from before, I feel like buying a house is a resolution that might take like a few years, depending on how much money you make.
What? Our New Year's resolutions, like, this is what I need to achieve in the year, or am I starting this year for the years to come?
No, it's what you want to achieve in the year. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't think I could buy a house this year yet.
But that's amazing. Sometimes you got to reach for the stars and you land... Was it reach for the stars and land on the moon?
Yeah. Someone's got start my own business.
That's good.
I love that.
That could be done.
If you've got a good idea and you've got the money behind you to back it, just start it. If you be confident in it, I think. And there's always room for more businesses.
Yeah.
Like if you want to open like an eyelash brand, don't stop yourself because there's so many other eyelash brands.
I won't forget, actually, one of Anna's ex-boyfriends like started a business from scratch. And he spent like, what was it, a year hibernating in front of the laptop. When I say hibernating, this guy woke up, he was in front of his laptop until like midnight every day, researching. Started from scratch, yeah?
Exactly. It was amazing.
It was amazing, like seeing something be built from nothing.
Yeah, I remember when he was looking for the logo, I remember when he was naming it,
Yeah, and like amount of work that went into something and what it became. Wow.
And also, if you started a business before and it didn't work out, don't let that put you off. Sometimes you've got to fail until you actually
Mark
succeed.
Zuckerberg apparently made so many chat rooms that didn't blow until Facebook blew.
No way.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. Okay, so we've also got someone said, I want to finish my master's, and someone else said, complete my foundation degree.
Good. I've got something similar as well, because I want to get back into my law.
Yeah.
So I think that's really good. Like, sometimes it just clicks in you, like, you know what? Education actually is so important.
Yeah, and someone wrote on here, pray on time. Oh, that's really nice.
I want to start praying. I know that sounds really like, woo. Like,
yeah,
shocking.
I think like I've always wanted to start praying as well. But I would like just to pray my own way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not like a set timer. I just
like
pray my
it. You know,
own way.
Denzel Washington. Was it Denzel Washington? He says like every day, like he wakes up and he just prays like in front of his bed.
That would be an amazing thing to do. Wake up, the first thing you do.
Make your bed and then pray.
Really?
Kneel down in front of your bed and put your
That's a good idea.
elbows on your bed and pray.
And maybe at the end of the night, end of the day.
Yeah,
just
I think it's really nice.
Pray all the things that you're grateful for and all the things that, you know, make you happy and all the things you want to change maybe.
Yeah.
Pray to God for. I've got stop falling for wrong, emotionally unavailable fuckboys that come into my life. I think that's a really good resolution, you know, because there's a lot of girls out there that actually always pick fuckboys.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's never been me. I've never been that type of person that goes for fuckboys.
What is a fuckboy? Like a player?
Yeah, like people that are emotionally unavailable, like they literally...
Yeah. Look, what is it? I saw on someone's Instagram, yeah? Like 2023, like no, I'm not risking my mental health for nobody's son. Not in 2023. Like, nah, it's not happening. Mental health comes first.
Yeah,
Fuck boys need to fuck off.
I've got here, start doing more self-care days.
Oh my God, I love that.
I love that, but I think pretty much every day of my life is a self-care day.
I'm so that person.
I need to do the opposite.
Putting the lotion on, lighting some candles. Like, I am that person.
I have to have less self-care days and more work days.
Yeah, I'm too obsessed with my self-care days that kind of merge into like organizing days. Like, I just can't help but start organizing, pouring pasta into containers, putting things in the right place.
I know why I'm similar to you. It's because it gets your mind off everything else.
Is that what it is? Like,
and
OCD.
you procrastinate work and it gets your mind off work and everything else in life. So you just I'll end up cleaning or cooking.
And when I'm doing it, I feel like I'm achieving something, but really I'm not.
You are technically achieving something, but you're not achieving the things that you need to be achieving.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I've got here, redecorate my flat to how I want it now that my ex is fucked off.
Oh, yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah, what a vibe.
Paint it pink.
It's like, you know when you break up with someone, you change your hair colour?
This girl's doing a whole new flat. You mean like...
Love that. I've got here, peaceful life. That's a nice one.
Lovely.
Okay, I've got here, show up to my lectures and seminars. I can imagine that being my resolution when I was in uni. I never, ever went to any of my lectures, yeah?
Yeah, and now I would do anything to just be invited to sit in a lecture and watch a lecturer,
I know,
pace up and down and shout things.
Guys, if you're in uni or school or whatever, appreciate the times you've got now in school and uni. Like, don't take it for granted because I miss it.
I miss studying.
I
miss like going to lectures and having classes. Like when I see it in movies, I get jealous. Like even in Harry Potter, like they have to go to lessons. Like I miss that.
I miss it so much too. But yeah, do that because some people actually really do need lectures as well to pass. I was lucky, yeah. Like for me, lectures didn't really make a difference. But if you don't go to your lectures, you may not pass and you're wasting your time. We've got here, become more fulfilled independently so I don't lean on others for happiness.
Oh my God, that is amazing. That's a really good one. Codependency is like self-destructive.
In every single way.
Every way, yeah.
Like I'm starting to learn more since I moved away from you and I live with my boyfriend because he works evenings. I'm learning more to be on my own in every evening. And do you know what? I'm starting to like try and enjoy it,
Yeah, 100%. And I feel like I've got still a long way to go when it comes to being independent, I think. Like I really, really need to master that one day.
Yeah, but we will get there. We got here to start yoga. I mean, I tried yoga once and it was the worst thing ever.
What was it? Was it painful?
It was just, I couldn't do it. I don't know, I wasn't flexible enough. It was just not relaxing.
I want to do something though. Like I want a class to go to.
I know what you mean. I mean, I just want a PT.
Yeah.
I did try like when I first got out of Love Island pole dancing for a while.
Okay, that's not me. But like if exercise could be fun, belly dancing or something like that.
Like a dance would be good. Here, to be healthier, we take our health for granted too often. I want to start nurturing my body in 2023.
100%. I always say, like, as well to Gingerbeard, it's not about how you look, like, it's not about your appearance and getting a nice body and a six-pack. It's about your health. Because people do those things in lots of artificial ways, like starve themselves, take steroids or whatever. But it's not about that. It's about physical and mental health.
Yeah, that's what Mike Hauslick always says. He goes, I want to go to the gym, not because of how I look. He goes, when I go to the gym, I feel better. Yeah,
you'll see these guys with like amazing bodies, yeah. But I'm telling you, like they take roids and then coke on the weekends and they're fucked in the head, yeah. They might look good on the outside. If you actually end up in a relationship with these people, they're probably nightmares. So it's about health.
Yeah, it's not about how you look. Definitely, I agree with you on that one. Well, the rest of it is like very similar to the stuff we've got. So I'm just going to start my ones. Maybe I'll do one, you do one. We probably got very similar resolutions.
I think mine are quite unique, yeah?
Are they?
Apart from one of them, which I know you've got.
Okay, but I think like mine's probably just typical, very, very typical resolutions which come up. I don't want to say that I have them every year because that's just basically me putting a negative on it. Because this year I'm really going to do it.
Good.
I'm really, really going to do it. So obviously sorry, I keep smacking the table. My first one is obviously my weight. And guys, I just want to say, before I say this, I'm not saying that I'm a fat person and I'm not saying anyone that weighs the same as me or is heavier than me is a fat person. I'm not saying that I look bad and anyone that looks like me looks bad. I just have to be real on here. I can't lie and be a fake body positivity person. I am unhappy with my body. Yeah. I weighed myself last night and I honestly could not believe it. I couldn't stop crying. In the last 4 months, I've just put on like 6 kg and I was just like, what the hell's going on? So So I just want to get to a weight where I'm like very confident and happy. And I just want that for myself. I've never, ever had that, where I've really been confident and really happy with my body.
Yeah. It's about being at the weight that you feel most confident and happy about.
That's it. It's because, with social media, everyone's so quick to be like, oh, why are you influencing people to lose weight and stuff? Like, I'm not doing that.
It's also not good to be like, I don't know what to say, like overweight or curvy or whatever and unhappy. That's pointless. Do you know what I mean? But me too, I put on like 10 kg in the last year and definitely we are the same on that resolution. Like I am desperate.
To be fair, I've never seen you the size you are. I mean, I've always been a bit on like curvier.
Yeah, but I used to be very slim.
You used to be really slim. But to be honest, I'll tell you, you didn't really look suited when you were too slim, Andy. I feel like
a year ago,
yeah, you were perfect a year ago. I've got obviously here exercise. You see, weight and exercise is so annoying because I have that a resolution every year, but I really, really want to stick to it.
But they come hand in hand anyway. You know?
Not really, because I can lose weight by just diet. But I want to be fit. I want to not be out of breath when I walk up some stairs. I want to be toned,
And also for like old age, it's so important to have a like happy aging process if you're fit and healthy. Like a lot of these people that are living good lives when they're like 70, 80, it's because they were fit throughout their like middle years.
When now I'm like, oh, I'm in aches and pains. And my mom's like, when I was your age, I never had any aches and pains because they were so much more healthier than we are now.
Exactly.
We're so used to being on our sofa, on social media, not moving enough,
Yeah, I want to be good when I'm older.
Yeah. My third one is to put more effort into our baby.
Our podcast.
That's my third resolution.
That's so nice.
I want to do episodes with more in-depth research and talk about more like crazy, interesting topics.
And bring guests on.
From season 5. To be honest, I'm not really bothered about guests. I never have been.
Why do people keep saying it to me?
I don't know.
Can you comment? Because like non-stop people like to me, bring on guests, bring on guests. I want to know what our listeners think.
Yeah, let us know what you think. But I've never been fussed about guests. I like talking me and you. I feel like we've got enough to talk about.
I feel like I've got a Piers Morgan in me. Like I need to interrogate someone.
Really? Okay, we can think about that. Definitely, we can do that. Maybe we could do one episode a month with a guest.
And try it out.
I've got here in my relationship, if I feel like I am constantly feeling unappreciated and unhappy, to leave.
That's really good.
The thing is with my relationship, it's not as bad as I make out, but there are times where I would say that I do feel unappreciated and I want to be happy.
I think a really good way of rephrasing that is like, obviously these days people are like quick to say it's over and, like moving on because it's so easy to move on these days. So many options available with technology and everything. But what's important is to try and make it work and to fight for the relationship. But it's very important that when you've given all of your fight and if it's still not working, then there's nothing left to do. You have to let go.
For me personally, it's more like if I don't see a future with him, then I don't want to stay anymore because I'm wasting my time. I'm not 25 anymore. I'm 32, 33 in 2023. So like, if I don't see a future, our lifestyles are so different. Like I said, guys, he sleeps till like 4 p.m. Like I want someone that I can do day activities with. I want to have fun with them. I want to, all these things. If I don't see a future with him anymore and if I feel unhappy and unappreciated, I am going to leave in 2023. I'm not going to stay for longer than I need to.
Good, Anna.
I've also got on here no more sunbeds from 2023.
Amazing, finally.
So scared.
I've been saying this
I am
for
so scared
long.
of no more sunbeds, but I feel like
it's the worst thing.
I need to start fake tanning. Guys, if you've got any good suggestions, let me know.
Please recommend for her. I've been telling her to stop fake tanning for ages.
Yeah, because it's not good for you. It's bad. It gives you wrinkles. It can cause cancer, all these things. And you know what? If you get a good fake tan,
it looks nicer as well sometimes, fake tan. I feel like, I don't know yet, like sunbeds make my skin go so dry and greyish. But fake tans give a nice like orangey colour, which I quite like.
The thing is, I need a fake tan that's really dark. So like if anyone knows a good one, let me know. I bought Saint-Tropez for now anyway. Just want to try it from the new year. Really scared. So I'm going to be on my last few sessions this week.
Let people know how it goes.
My next one is to go back into pharmacy a few days a week. Obviously, I studied so hard. I studied 5 years for it. I got my master's. And then after Love Island, I just completely fucked it off. And it's like, I've forgotten so much to do with it. And it's like I wasted it. So I need to reapply to go on the register.
And then I would keep your mind so much more stimulated as well if you actually have somewhere to go and something to do, a purpose in your day. And yeah, we do influencing and podcasts, but you can definitely do 2 days a week of working.
keep my knowledge up to date. And I miss a routine. I want to wake up and have to go somewhere for a certain time and come back home.
So basically, I want to do the same thing with law. Like, I want to get into that, whether it's voluntary work at the beginning or whatever it is, get my foot through that door.
You're going to do that then?
I'm doing it. Like, I have to do it. Like
Straight away, yeah?
Yeah, straight away.
Good.
So, yeah, go on.
Okay, and I've got 2 more. My next one is to look after my skin, my hair, and obviously my overall health more.
Are you going to take your hair extensions out, your tapes?
No.
Why? That was the agreement.
I know, but I changed my mind.
So you left me with this one on my own,
I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. But that doesn't mean I can't look after my hair. I want to take vitamins. I'm going to put scalp stuff on, like,
No
masks.
heat.
Wash my hair less, no heat, rice water. I'm going to do all of that. And then obviously with my skin, I'm going to stick to my skincare routine because you know what? I got so lazy the last few months.
SPF as well.
I've got, you don't understand. I go to bed, I don't even tone, cleanse, moisturize, nothing.
What do you mean? You just go to sleep with your makeup on?
No, I don't wear makeup that much. So I just go to bed.
Oh, yeah, same. I just put one moisturizer on.
I don't even do that. I just don't do anything anymore. It's really bad. It's really
it's
bad.
very important.
And then my last one is obviously my finances. I came out of Love Island. I blew so much money on like stupid shit, like fine dining and holidays, when I could have really invested that, bought a house. I could have bought 10 houses by now, but I fucked up.
Yeah.
And I just want to I don't want to dwell on it. I felt like very sad about it for a long time, but now I'm just going to move forward and I'm going to be more smart with my finances.
Good. Get smart with money. Actually, you know that money managing skills is better than even money itself.
Yeah.
So that's the knowledge of what to do with your money is better than even having money.
Yeah, because what's the point of having all the money? I had that. I experienced that after Love Island and I didn't know what to do with it.
Well, anyway, there's a very famous Persian saying and it says, each time you get water from the well, it's fresh. And that means whenever you've learnt your lesson, don't dwell on the past. Whenever you get that water from the well, it's fresh water. So basically, start fresh.
Yeah, but I'll never get a well as big as I did when I came out of Love Island.
Know. Don't say
Actually,
that.
I don't like to say that. I'll never get an opportunity. Like
negative on this.
That is so negative. Because you know what? I'll probably do better than that.
Right, it's my turn.
Go on. Come out with your amazing resolutions and make me look stupid. Like, weight loss, gym.
These are things that I've seen, like good quotes I've seen on Instagram because my algorithm is so good. Yeah, like things I've seen and I've basically reworded it and put it on my notes. So I want to start with the first one. They're not in order of what's more important. They're just random. Free yourself from taking the world's advice too seriously. Most people have no idea what they're doing. Take it all with a pinch of salt.
I think that's really good because you take things so seriously. Like, even if I advise you on your boyfriend, you get angry at me or upset.
Yeah, and also it's got me acting very erratically. I'll tell you why. I take one person's advice that's like, leave them, walk out, and I take it like that, and I do exactly that, yeah? And then the next person says, are you crazy? Well, it's not that big of a deal. And then I'm like, oh, it's not that much of a big deal. It's fine, I'm coming back, yeah? And in front of my partner, I look like like someone that's got a split personality, basically.
Yeah.
Whereas if I just follow my own gut and take their advice is good, advice is important, but taking it too literally can be a bit confusing.
That's a really good one for you. For me, it's never been a thing because I never really listen to anybody. I always do what I want to do.
Yeah, I know. Okay, train yourself to let people win arguments on purpose to conserve your mental health.
Ooh.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not worth the fight.
Sometimes I'm thinking now.
It's hard to do this because of the ego, but like, do you really need that person to look in your face and say, like, I'm sorry?
And most of the time when they do end up saying sorry, they don't even mean it anyway.
I'm sorry, you're right. Like, that's what's important, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's same with like a bad breakup and closure. You don't actually need it. You want it.
What is it though
and that's
that we feel like we need it?
Louise or something, she's like a big, I don't know, it's an ego thing. You have to put ego aside.
But you're usually good at putting ego aside, Mandy.
I am, but I do get very like defensive in arguments. And I don't want to be that person anymore. Like,
let it go.
Fuck it. Like, it is what it is. I know what's right. I know what you've done, So this one's about my relationship. Be more selfish in my relationship. Be more obsessed with my passions, my goals, my dreams, my friends, my family, and not be so consumed with giving and giving and giving to my partner.
Oh my God, I'm so glad you put that because for me, I used to always say to you, and whenever I did, you'd get angry at me. But I was like, Mandy, he's so obsessed with his friends and his like going out with his friends and his life.
Yeah.
And your world revolves around him and what he does. But his world does not revolve around you.
Yeah, but
I always tell you, Mandy, stop revolving your world around him.
I feel like we used to get into arguments and about this because like you thought I should basically like cancel on plans with him
that's
flop
not
him
why.
or change my plans.
No, it'd be like a Saturday coming up and we'd be like planning something and you'd be like, oh, well, maybe he might plan something with me.
No,
That's
I
happened.
never said that.
I've not really spent any days with him and I'm hoping...
No. I've always said I've got plans. Anyway, forget that.
It's not true.
So,
I remember because I was like, well, he hasn't yet. And if it happens, Mandy, then tell him, sorry, I made plans now.
I don't remember that happening.
Has.
All right, well, anyway, because that's a difficult one, because also at the same time, I am going to try and change the behaviors I don't like about my partner. So if he gives an opportunity for those changes, I'm going to reward him for good behavior. And that's always like reinforcing his behavior, which is good. I'm going to do that by giving rewards. So for example, if he says, tomorrow, let's spend a day out together, like he did say that today, tomorrow, let's spend a day out together, a night together, like my ego would be like, you know what, actually, I'm going to say, no, I'm going to be with my friends, flop it to show him how it feels to be like him. But then our relationship will never work. One of us needs to be behaving the right way,
Well,
right?
I'm sorry, I disagree with you on that. Because if you have plans with your friends and then he last minute says, tomorrow, let's spend the day together, you say, I have plans with my friends. Your world revolves around him too much. Like everything that you plan is around him. It's crazy. Like I'm telling you straight up. Like
Well, I have a very weird situation as well, because if I do plan something, I've got to put up with like him going out and getting drunk, coming home at 3 a.m. So it's like,
you see, that's you revolving around him. You're
Okay.
basing your decisions on him.
anyway, that's my resolution. Okay,
Oh God, you've already not stuck to your first one. I'm just giving you advice. You're getting angry.
yeah, I know. I've taken your advice, but I'm also trying to do it at the same time of making things work. So like, I want to be obsessed with my life and my friends and my family, but at the same time, I want this relationship to work. And the only way it's going to work is if the person changes.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with your world not revolving around him. You see what I mean? Like, you know, when you get so annoyed...
I don't want to be tit for tat.
It's not a tit for tat.
I don't want to be.
Right. When you spend time with your friends or you make plans with your friends or your family, that shouldn't be a tat or a tit. It should just be your world and your life and your passion.
Yeah.
And you get so annoyed when he's with his friends or why is he so happy with his friends all the time? Or like, why does he enjoy their company more than mine? I say concentrate yourself on enjoying your friends' company just as, like, you know, as much.
Yeah, and that's basically what I've put.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think that's a really good one.
Okay, so another one is I want to stop being too overly emotional. I want to become less emotional and stop taking things too personally. Take time out and look at my situation objectively. Other people's actions are a reflection of themselves and not you. And I feel like I take things way too personally and I get way too emotional about situations. Like,
I think the emotional bit isn't the bad bit, the taking things personally.
I do want to be less emotional. I actually want to be less emotional.
How do you change that though? That's a
I am going to change it. You know what? I'll tell you exactly like what I think. Like, for example, what happened on Christmas Eve, it was bad. It was actually really rude. Was it that bad that I had to spend 7 hours crying my eyes out? No. I didn't walk in on him with another woman. He didn't cheat on me. He done something that was horrible, not nice, but it's not the end of the world.
No.
Like, really and truly, it's a reflection of you. It's like, why should I make it like, oh my God, they don't want to spend time with me. I'm not enjoyable. Something wrong with me. No, there's something wrong with you.
I agree. All
right?
that hours of crying and stuff, for what? It's just destroying your own body.
For no reason. Like,
but then how do you stop that?
You
Because
do. You stop. You
I'm
can
like
stop
you.
that.
Like, it hurts my feelings so much that you act in that way. It hurts me. So I just can't stop
I just
myself.
feel like when I look back on it, I feel ridiculous. The fact that I let it ruin my Christmas Eve and I let it ruin my Christmas Day. I should have got up, come to yours, had an amazing evening, had fun at yours, and then woke up, or even gone back to home, slept, woke up my own place, not let it ruin my Christmas. Okay, like if he cheated on me or like punched me in the face or something, yeah, but okay, he left me at home and went out with his friends.
Yeah,
like it's not to that level of what I did to myself. It wasn't proportionate.
To be honest, even Calzic the next day was like to me, Anna, the way she was crying and behaving, like I was confused. He was like, I don't understand. She was in such a bad way that I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it wasn't proportionate.
And I couldn't really explain it to him.
And that's because I'm so emotional.
I am too.
And I'm not going to be as emotional. Like today, I've had an argument before I came here with Gingerbeard. He was very rude to me. Like, and I just look at him like in my head, I'm like laughing. Like, I'm not even gonna, no, this is stopping right here. Your words are not gonna be weapons. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna let it.
Do you know what? I saw a thing on TikTok and it was, I think, Salma Hayek or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it was her. She was saying this thing about how, you know, if someone disses you or gets rude to you or calls you names, if they say it in a different language, let's say they're saying it in Chinese or Indian, they could say the worst things to you over and over again and it will not hurt you. What hurts you is the words when you give them meaning, yeah? So just try and not give them words meaning.
And they don't. Really and truly.
They don't have meaning because they don't mean it.
They bounce back, I feel like. In my head today, they just bounce back. Like, God, you must be a really, really sad or like mentally unwell person to actually let such vile, cruel words come out of you. I feel sorry for you.
This is what I'm like now.
Like, I actually feel sad.
If you continue this, it will change your life.
And I just felt like so great. Like, I came here, someone was so rude to me, and I felt so
How
great.
long have I been telling you this?
And I should have done that on Christmas Eve. Actions, words, whatever, yeah? And that comes hand in hand with being more selfish and self-obsessed. I am going to be so selfish and self-obsessed that, like, it's about me. Not us.
Yeah.
Me.
Mandy, how long? Do you remember ages ago I gave you the advice? I was like, when he gets rude or when he shouts or whatever, just look at him like, because that's what I started doing a long time ago.
But you have to believe it.
Yeah, but that's what changed in me a long time ago. And it's been a long time since I've allowed him to get me to that point. It's been, I think it's been months and months since that I've let my other half let me get, because you know what? What you're just saying is I actually managed to master it.
Right, but I was fake mastering it before. Like, I was acting it, but now I actually feel it.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely believe it. It's not even that I feel it. I believe that you have a problem if you're that person projecting such bad behavior. You're the one with the problem.
Yeah.
That you must be. I know I'm a loving, giving, emotionally kind, caring person. I know who I am.
Without a doubt.
I don't care. I know who I am. And like, you cannot bring me down.
Perfect. I love it. Here for it, Mandy. I'm excited for the new year, for all these resolutions.
Me too.
We'll let you know how we get on, guys. Like,
will let you know.
March. Like around March time, maybe.
It's going to be real on here now.
March
Like,
8th.
I literally cried. So, like, it's going to fucking be like an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
We're going to take you on every ride.
Yeah, we're so excited for this podcast as well in 2023. It's only going to get bigger and better.
And we love all our listeners. We love you guys so much.
Thank you for supporting us. We started this journey at the beginning of 2022. It's been almost a year. And like, thank you for everyone that has been listening, supporting, following, commenting, everything. We appreciate it so much. We are just two...
I feel like you guys know us now. Like, very well.
Yeah, honestly.
You know us. Like friends.
Yeah, it's true, right? I feel like that. It's really weird, but I feel like that. So anyway, we love you. We hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we'll be back next week. Bye.